Tinubu has brought evil to this country. He knows nothing about governance. He knows nothing about leadership. All he knows is to borrow and share the money to the few and impoverish the masses.
As soon as Mr. Peter Obi registered on the 7th, I registered in my village on the 8th. Less than 1 week from that date. The case filed by Nofiu Bala on September 12, 2025 was suddenly resurrected and given accelerated hearing.
Peter Obi has gone through so much in his journey to becoming the Nigerian president. And honestly, I'm going to be playing you what he has actually gone through. The journey of Peter Obi in all of these things. This might actually make you shed tears because honestly, watching this man, it just made me realize so many things about Peter Obi that I didn't know. And some of the things that he actually had to go through in the background. The fact that they didn't want his presence. And it's now making me to actually think about the thing that actually went wrong in the 2023 election. What truly was Peter Obi's score in that election? Because if you guys are actually claiming that Peter Obi does not have the force like this, why is so much pressure on him? Right now, Labour Party is free. We are not hearing any trouble about Labour Party any longer. Right now, ADC looks like it's free. We are not hearing or frolicking about whatever going on in ADC any longer. I just hope that they will still now be free in this NDC that they have gone to. Because it looks like the collaboration between Kankaso and Peter Obi is actually sending these people chills and they cannot just hold it. And you will watch video clips of these people actually counting the numbers of people. And instead of them to focus on governance, they are focusing on actually helping people, bringing people all the way from the villages to the city, not paying them fully, paying some, and expecting that this set of people will actually vote for them during election. Not about what these people, not the empowerment that they've actually received, but the 5,000 naira, the 10,000 naira that is being given to all of them. So I want you to watch this video and I want you to drop your comment about it in the comment section. So do well to watch.
If you don't know today, the federal government of Nigeria does not want me, Peter Obi, to be a candidate of any party, but I'll be candidate. This is going to decide. See the democracy. We will do that democracy. If the law doesn't do anything inside your house, without supervision, we will transmit it to them.
My first reply to your initial question, that Mr. Peter Obi is somebody that the government of the day does not want to be on the ballot. How do I mean? On April 4, 2025, the highest court in the land, the Supreme Court, gave a landmark judgment which clearly stated that the tenure of Barrister Julius Abure as national chairman of the Labour Party was effectively over. I was among those, along with Mr. Peter Obi, Governor Alex Oti, senators, house members, and other stakeholders of the party, that took certified true copy of that judgment to INEC in case they had not seen it. And we were told that they would study it. They kept studying it from April until Mr. Peter Obi left the party. Of course, we are also around and we have our ears close to the ground because the INEC people had stated that they were under instructions not to release the party for as long as Mr. Peter Obi remained there. So on December 31st, 2025, almost 8 months afterwards, Mr. Peter Obi, now frustrated with the shenanigans happening with the Labour Party, announced a move to the African Democratic Congress. Guess what? 4 days later, INEC, without any compulsion, issued a statement that the tenure of Julius Abure was effectively over. Why did it take 8 months to come to that conclusion? Then, fast forward to ADC. Remember I said he made an indication in Enugu, I was there too, that we would be joining the African Democratic Congress. All of January, 30 or 31 days, nothing happened. All of February, nothing happened. Then on March 7th, Saturday, March 7th, we joined Mr. Peter Obi to his village in Agulu to get registered. Because you only become a member of a political party upon registration. As soon as Mr. Peter Obi registered on the 7th, I registered in my village on the 8th. Less than 1 week from that date. The case filed by Nofiu Bala on September 12, 2025 was suddenly resurrected and given accelerated hearing. Now my question is, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, former vice president of our dear country, with all due respect, had registered in the ADC since last year. Why didn't the courts suddenly become, efficient and effective in disposing of the case? But as soon as Mr. Peter Obi registered, I'm speaking to facts. I want people to contradict me. I'd like to know what happened in January, what happened in February, until March 7. And before March 15, the case came up alive. And what we are now told was status quo antebellum, which INEC interpreted to its whims, showing that they were still after one man. In such an environment, it is only a tree in the part of the country I come from that you will tell that you cut it down and remain standing. Else, the next thing to do is to know how to, in this case, further your political career. And if the space is constricted, then you have to move. But that's not the only reason. You join a political party believing that there are certain irreducible minimums. We also say in our parts that you do not, in a bid to save your mother, push your father to the ground. That's sacrilegious. This is a country made up of diverse ethnic, religious divides. And so it's a give and take. The convention that every political player has come to agree with is the fact that power should rotate between the North and the South. And remember that just about 4 years earlier, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and his PDP insisted, after 8 years of former President Muhammadu Buhari, for power to still remain in the South, which was the whole essence of the quarrel between now Minister Nwike and Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. And we all saw the results. So now that power is in the South, brought about by even people like former Governor Nasiru El-Rufai, who are Northerners. He had to mobilize other Northern governors to insist that power should devolve to the South in keeping with that convention. So why would Atiku Abubakar insist? It's his right, personal right. So for us in the ADC, we already had a David Mark as chairman of the party. And if Atiku Abubakar was going to run and probably emerge as presidential candidate, then we are doing the same thing a second time. And how do you expect a different result? So these are some of the key issues surrounding the sojourn in the ADC.
So moving on, Oyedamola actually asked a very important question. And he said, what exactly is President Tinubu doing about all these insecurities? People are running away from school, students running away from school just today. 45 students are currently in the hands of kidnappers. They're asking for ransom. A teacher was beheaded yesterday. Somebody now replied and said, at this point, it feels like insecurity is no longer the priority. The focus seems to be 2027 politics, while ordinary Nigerians deals with kidnapping, killings, and fear daily. A government that truly cared would treat insecurity like a national emergency, not a background noise. Another person said, at this point, does anyone actually know who is heading the security strategy? Because it feels like the country is just running on autopilot right now. Let's be honest. Another person says, do you think President Tinubu is the one presiding over the affairs of Nigeria, or the terrorist patrons who are just taking advantage of his old age and lack of cognitive capability to accomplish their jihad agenda, which is to provoke civil war before the general election next year? Another one says, nothing, and he will rule again because he is Yoruba or a Muslim. The shege will go round till we stop selecting leaders based on sentiment. All the data boys have gotten tired of defending his failures. Tinubu should go and rest. He's too old to rule Nigeria. Then the last one says, no president has ended terrorism. Many Northerners secretly side with terrorists as they see them as freedom fighters, so it is hard to fish them out as they can blend in most northern states. The same case with IPOB and ESN. Gun licensing and price of guns in Nigeria is way costly for citizens to protect themselves. Now ask the question again. And honestly, if you look at this, we're asking ourselves, will this ever end? They have gotten to Oyo State right now. Very, very slow. The distance between your state and Lagos is no more than 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Let's imagine that we are coming from Ogumosho. That's like probably like 2 hours journey, 2.5 hours journey. They have gotten to Ibadan already. They have gotten to Oyo State already. So what is the hope that we are not surrounded, right? What is our hope right now? We are surrounded. I'm very, very sure. I'm not a prophet, but I know that very, very soon you'll start hearing cases in Osun State. You start hearing cases. People are now leaving their place. To where? To where? And these events are not being treated like emergency. Like, you will know a government that is actually working. You will know that these are the strategies being taken. You will want to see that all of these people, all of the people that are actually involved, or nothing, you will not see anything. The question is, will this even ever stop? We can always just come and cry and behave like everything is okay. But is it actually truly okay? Is he actually truly okay? Let me know what you think in the comment section. At this point, it's just crazy.